Shot is something that all boxers are dreaming.
Klitschko's looking for another one and finds it.
Olympic champion Peter Rademacher fights for the heavyweight championship in his first professional bout, but he was knocked out by Floyd Patterson in 6th.
Pete Rademacher in his pro debut put forth a magnificent effort but falls short.
Anthony Joshua beats Charles Martin, becoming the 5th fastest man to win a heavyweight world title.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟。补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Play all over, Pietro.
Having won gold as a light heavyweight and the 1960 Rome Olympics, Ali started life as a professional with a points victory over Tony Hansacker in October of the same year.
I predict that by the end of 1963, I will be the youngest heavyweight champion in history. And the only reason I won't be is because this fella, Sonny Liston, would be ducking and dodging me.
In February 1964 in Miami Beach, 7-1 underdog Ali got in with a fearsome Sonny Liston and announced himself to the world with a stunning 6th round stoppage. What's most remarkable about the former IBF World Heavyweight Champion is that he didn't start competitive boxing until he was 22.
Martin is kind of quite loose, he doesn't look so hard, but never underestimate someone because of their physique in boxing.
After a short and unspectacular amateur career, Martin started pro with a very quick knockouts.
I treat every fight like a world title fight.
In January 2016, he fought for the vacant world title and won the title when Vyacheslav Glasgow withdrew with a knee injury. Lewis's amateur performances attracted the interest of professional promoters, and he was soon represented by a bookmaker named John Roxborough.
There's that right hand.
From the attack, yes, thumping that hooks.
He had a powerful jab, threw every punch perfectly and with wasteless accuracy.
In the first year of his career, he was fighting top 10 heavyweights, and he acquitted himself time after time, with knockout after knockout after knockout.
Right, Duvet takes the big right hand again, and he's gone over this time.
The left hook that he would hit you with was so short, you couldn't see it.
He had suffered only one defeat in his first 32 pro bouts by the time he stopped Jim Braddock in the 8th to claim the world title, beginning a reign that would last all the way through until 1949.
Oh, on the right hand.
Originally a kickboxer, Vitaly turned to professional boxing in October 1996 with a second round knockout of Tony Bradham in Hamburg.
Als sie Profis wurden und anfingen, einen nach dem anderen K.O. zu schlagen. Meistens beide am selben Abend, im selben Programm. Da hat man also gemerkt, die kam ja daher wie Naturgewalt.
Nobody was able to take him the distance in his first 24 bouts, and the same went for his 25th, in which he knocked Herbie Hyde out in the second round in London to clinch the WBO World Heavyweight crown.
Klitschko's looking for another one and finds it.
Klitschko won 45 of 47 professional prize fights, and 41 of them by knockout.
Giving up strong right hand, and Gomez is hurt.
he held the WBC heavyweight title from 2003 to 2004 and again from 2008 to 2012. Smoking Joe won heavyweight gold at the 1964 Tokyo Olympics and introduced himself to the professional game with an 11 consecutive knockouts the following year.
Joe Frazier was a hell of a fighter. Joe Frazier belongs in any era.
After overcoming the likes of Oscar Bonavina and George Chuvalo, Frazier beat Buster Mattis via 11th round stoppage to win the vacant world heavyweight title before taking Jimmy Ellis' WBC and WBA belts in 1970. On March 8, 1971, Frazier faced off against Muhammad Ali in the fight of the century at Madison Square Garden. Frazier knocked Ali down in the 15th round with a left hook and earned a unanimous decision from the 3 judges at ringside. Anthony Joshua, the 2012 Olympic gold medalist, captured his first world title in only his 16th professional fight by flattening American Martin to lift the IBF belt.
Every fight gets better and better and better, man. This is the reward. This is just the reward of it.
Joshua, who turned professional in October 2013, is the 5th quickest heavyweight to win a version of the world title. AJ lost his world heavyweight titles in stunning fashion on his American debut, being put down 4 times, and Ruiz Jr. pulled off one of the boxing's biggest ever upsets. Joshua's next fight is a must-win rematch against Ruiz Jr. as he looks to get his belts back and get his career on the right track again. Tate claimed the heavyweight bronze medal at the 1976 Montreal Olympic Games and turned professional less than a year later.
Tate turned pro against Jerry Tompkins.
In just his 20th professional bout, Tate found himself traveling to South Africa to clash with Jerry Coetzee for the WBA heavyweight title vacated by Ali. Tate won by unanimous decision, but he lost the title to Mike Weaver in his first defense just 5 months later. While Lewis won the super heavyweight title at the 1988 Olympics, Mercer was busy picking up heavyweight gold and turned pro 4 months sooner with a 3rd round stoppage of Jesse McGee. Italy's Francesco Damiani was the first man to hold the WBO World Heavyweight title, but he handed it over to Mercer in Atlantic City when he was stopped in the 9th. After an amateur career that saw him win the Junior Olympics with a run of knockouts, Tyson began his march as a pro by sweeping Hector Mercedes aside in the first round in New York.
But when they land, they're so precise, I can't help who you are, you have to go down.
27 fights and 25 knockouts later, Tyson climbed in the ring with WBC champion Trevor Berbick and after less than 2 rounds, climbed out again with the belt, having administered a brutal stoppage.
That's all, and we have a new era in boxing.
He hit guys and knocked them unconscious, and he had hand speed like a Muhammad Ali.
Oh, what a shot!
He's going to be remembered for a long time.
In March of 1987, Tyson earning the WBA title over Bone Crusher Smith, and then beat Tony Tucker for the IBF belt.
That was a right hand and a push hurt. Tubbs is hurt. Tubbs is hurt now.
A gold medalist at the 1976 Montreal Games at light heavyweight, Leon Spinks stopped Bob Smith in the 5th round of his debut in Las Vegas. In just his 8th professional bout, Spinks pulled off one of the biggest shocks in boxing history when he won a split decision over Ali. He would lose the rematch, and his career never scaled the same heights again.